Go ahead.
All right, we are back. This is our hour number 17. Is that right, Mr. Jim? 17 hours. Oh my goodness. I'm still here. I'm still standing. And I got my cohort beside me here, Miss Wendy. She's we're taking it to the end, right? You're taking it to the end. Wendy's like, she's going to join us to the end. She's going to help me because I need someone to hold up my hands, right? Is that what's the scripture of Moses holding up his arms or whatever? So yes. So this last hour is brought to you by somebody special. We've got Birchfield Insurance that's matching anything that's given during this time, and we also have a sponsor, and that's Kendra's Cakes. Wendy, what do you think about these cookies here?
They are amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, she took our Glow Giving logo, right, and somehow she got that on the cookie. I don't know how she did that. She must have little magical L's working there.
Yeah, that's right. And they taste amazing.
Yes, they taste amazing. They may look like a sugar cookie, but it actually tastes like filet mignon. It's weird. It's a filet mignon tasting. Yeah. It's weird.
If you like cookies, filet mignon.
It doesn't. It's a sugar cookie. It's yummy, yummy. That would be something, a bacon flavor. A bacon flavored cookie.
That'd be a man thing.
Yeah, I know it's bacon everything these days. Bacon sugar cookie. Yes. Actually, that logo is made out of bacon, and it just has stuff on it. So anyway, we are so excited. We're coming down to the wire. Look, guys, we're at 29,105, I think is right. 29,105. Man, I want to hit the 30. I'd like to hit the 40. So someone wants to stroke a $10,000. Okay, I want the 50. Okay, somebody out there. Okay, on the interweb. On the interweb. Is combining internet and web. Yeah. On the interweb, you guys out there, somebody has the deep pockets. They can stroke that $20,000 check, right? Is that where we're at? $20,000 to take us to 50. That'd be crazy, man. But listen, you can't outgive God. See, that's the thing that people don't understand. When you sow into something like this, when you have like a humanly realm, earthly realm mentality, then you think, well, I'm going to lose that money. But when you have a heavenly mentality, you know that when you give that $20,000, God's going to multiply that because you can't outgive them. And so you sow generously will be given to you. And so, anyway, hey man, this is a great organization to sow into. We've made the case all day long, all night long about what we do with the money that comes in here. We've had witness after witness come up here and testify, right? Testify about the goodness of the Lord, right? And what we're doing. And so we've built a case. And so now it's coming down to you, Mr. Big Checks, okay? Or Mrs. Big. That's right. I'm saying Mrs. too. I know the ladies out there got the funds more than the men's do, okay? So stroke that big check. Take it on up to 50. Show them right there. Look, I can do this, right? Because I know that God's going to meet what we do. So this last hour is just really personal thoughts, reflections on what God's been doing. And I'm going to let Miss Wendy, she's going to tell you all kinds of stuff about personal thoughts. She's got tons of them. She could probably sit up here and talk for an hour about all the personal thoughts and amazing things she's seen happen with the Glow mission. And just her experience with Ukraine, her experience working with orphans. So, Miss Wendy, tell a little bit about your personal thoughts and reflections.
Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think where I'm going to start. Well, for me personally, I was saved as a little girl, but I didn't, after I became a teenager, I didn't really live that way. And so my relationship grew when I became probably in my early 20s. But for me, when I started hosting from Ukraine, like I said before, I had hosted Bogdan, and it just brought my relationship with the Lord to a whole new level. Because when I put him on that plane, it did something to me. I literally put a piece of my heart on that plane, and I didn't know if I was ever going to see him again. And so I remember just in the mornings I would wake up and early because I was so broken. And I remember just telling the Lord, it's just me and you, Lord, because my family didn't, they loved, but they went on with normal life, and they loved him and still do love him tremendously. But my mama's heart was just broken for him, just knowing he didn't have anybody to tuck him in at night and cook him breakfast the next morning and just all these things. And so with that, people say, would you do it again? And I said, yeah, absolutely. Obviously, I gained a son, but I gained so much in my maturity in my relationship with the Lord. So that is what makes me so excited. It just brought it to another level, and I learned about trust. And when you're so broken and you have nobody, and it's the Lord, it's you and the Lord, it's just such an intimate time. And I wouldn't change that for anything in the world, because it's brought me to where I am now. And I just see things differently. I parent my American kids differently. I parent the Ukrainian kids different. And I really believe I grew up in kind of what I call jacked up childhood. And I believe that love wins. When you love someone, love does win. And God is love, and that's what I've learned, is God is love. And if we can love others, and that doesn't matter where they live, that doesn't matter if they're across the street from you, or they're your child, a child in your your son or daughter's classroom, the homeless man or woman on the street. It's just made me look at people differently, and I see them with a different set of eyes. And so that's kind of something that I'm grateful for. And I really don't think without this heartbreak that turned into the greatest thing I've ever done, I wouldn't have seen it. So that's my story.
You're sticking to it.
And I'm sticking to it.
All right, what I want to share real quick is a story, a reflection of this year. There's something really cool that happened, because there was a time when I was driving around, and what we do is, see, buddy, sorry, my boys are leaving. I head back to the house. So there was a time that I was driving around, and what I was saying is that, doing this ministry, you're under attack. The enemy's going to come after you because he doesn't like what you're doing. Well, I was driving around, and I was so personally at the end of my rope, because it looked like that month we weren't going to make it. I was driving around, and I was crying, and I was like, Lord, I feel like such a fool. I feel like I missed it. I feel like I missed you. I felt like I heard you, but I guess I missed it, because we're not going to make it. And I know that you'll provide. Where you guide, you provide. You've always heard that. And it looked like we were not going to make it that month. And so I remember driving around being upset, and I was being honest with the Lord, going, Lord, I don't understand. I feel so bad. I don't know what to do. We're not going to make it. I guess I need to, go back to normal life and just lay all this stuff down, because I'm not going to go into debt. I know you're going to, if you want this to continue, you've got to provide. But I was at the end. I was worn out. I was ready to quit. I was ready to throw in the towel. And so around that time, we got a message from one of our sponsors, Mr. Tommy Tyson. And he's a dad of a friend of mine from college. And he messaged us on Facebook and said, hey, man, if you're ever up in Burlington area, please come and see me. You guys have been on my heart, and I just want to, love to see you guys and encourage you. And so we're like, hey, man, that sounds great, knowing that we'll probably never be up in the Burlington area because we're so busy. Well, then my uncle lost his battle to some diseases he was fighting. He was 90, so he had a great life. My Uncle Estain. And so we went up to his funeral. So we called up, and it was only a couple weeks later. And so we called up Tommy. I said, Tommy, man, you won't believe this, but we're going to be up in your area. I know you just reached out to us. We're going to be up there for a funeral, and we want to come see you. He said, well, if you can get here by 2:30, that'd be perfect. But any later, we've got some commitments that night, so we probably wouldn't be able to spend any time with you. So we get out of the funeral. We put in the GPS what time we're going to arrive at his house. Guess what time it said? 2:30. I said, Dar, the Lord's got something for us. And so we get there, and we're talking with Tommy, and we're just enjoying that time. And he said, hey, man, I want to start sowing into your ministry. So already I'm encouraged. I'm like, that's awesome, man. I so appreciate that, Mr. Thomason. And he said, crazy thing. A couple weeks ago, I couldn't sleep. He said, so I came out here to my recliner like I always do if I can't sleep, and I spend time with the Lord. And so I spent time with the Lord, and all of a sudden I heard him say, Andrew. And so he said, Lord, you want me to study Andrew in the Bible? He said, no, Andrew and Dar. You need to pray for them. So right at that time where I was ready to throw in the towel, I was ready to give up, here the Lord's waking Tommy up saying, Tommy, you got to pray for Andrew because he thinks he's not going to make it. And he's discouraged, and I need him to keep going. So tell me how good God is. That he cared that much about me, that he woke this man up in the middle of the night and had him pray for me because I felt like I wasn't going to make it. And listen, the ends met. We made it, Somehow the Lord showed up at the last second and snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. And said, I got you, son. You're mine. I got you. I'm going to take care of you. Don't lose heart. But I just love that he woke Mr. Thomas up and said, pray for him. Because I need him to keep going. There's some kids I need him to reach. And he can't give up. So that's how good God is. And that's what he does.
The one. That when you said that, I just thought, he left the others for the one. And he really cares. That's what I've learned in my personal life is, he truly cares about the one. And when we're doing our trips to Ukraine, and the orphanages now, when we first started, they were 125 kids, and now they're down to 27. And of course, my boy's still in the orphanage, so my still for the orphanage, even though, I love the graduates because I know some of them personally. But my heart is because my son is still there. And so, but watching it dwindle down, some people are like, oh, there's only 27. And I always hear like, he went after the one. And so I was just thinking when you said that, I was like, he went after you. He cared about Andrew, that he woke up someone that you hadn't seen in a long time because he truly loves the one.
Yeah, that's just how good the Lord is. He's so good. And so, we've got there's tons of stories like that of how he just meets you. So listen, if the Lord's moving on your heart and you're thinking about stepping out into a ministry he's calling you to, listen, if the Lord is in it, don't say no, because it's so worth it to say yes to him because of the stories that he builds in you. And listen, Jesus is all about the story, man. You look at, the Proverbs that not the Proverbs, but the all the stories that he would tell. They're not stories.
They're real, but
but what are they called?
Parables.
Pair of bulls. Yes. I couldn't think of parable until my kids in Claus Rock would kill me.
Yeah.
Parables. He's spoken parables. He's spoken stories, right? So Jesus loves a story, and so he's telling you, man, I want to tell a story through your life.
That's right.
So when you decide to say yes to him, he's creating a story that you can tell others, just like we can tell the story today to these people out here. And listen, go to glowmission.org so you help us reach our goal. As you can see on our thermometer, we're getting close, man. I'd love to hit 30,000, 40,000. Wendy's bleeding for 50. Somebody's going to start that $20,000 check.
We got it up
Hey, go ahead and do it. You can do it. Go ahead. Hey, man, I know, man. I believe God can do this. So we're in the final hour. Somebody's
You
waiting.
can't okay, so my sayings are love wins, but
My other is you can't outgive God. And I truly believe that. You cannot and that's not just a gimmick, that you cannot outgive God.
Yeah, so give away. See what he'll do. Yeah, believe. Like, you know what, man? There's this money we have, and we're not sure what to do with it. Man, sow it into the Lord. See what he does. Man, it's the best investment you can ever make is what the Lord is doing. But again, if you have that earthly mindset, you're probably not going to do it because there's always an excuse.
oh yeah.
There's always an excuse. There's always a bill.
Yeah.
There's always, but my kid's going to need a car, or we've got this vacation coming up, and I don't know if we can give yet. There's always an excuse that comes up. But I'm just telling you, if you just put your trust in him and say, you know what, maybe you don't believe in the Lord. I actually know there was a man. We had a roommate, Dar's roommate, Beth Cranford. Her dad wasn't a believer at the time, but he would always tithe. And so his business was always, and he didn't know the Lord at the time. He gave his heart to the Lord later, but he practiced, before he was a Christian, he practiced biblical principles so that he sowed into the church 10% of his income, and God richly blessed him, and he wasn't even a believer, okay? So listen, God, he'll give it to you. It doesn't matter if you're sowing into what he's doing. You don't even have to believe. You don't have to be a believer. But listen, being a believer is everything for me. I know that because we're promised eternity. We're promised our eternal home with him, and that's what I look forward to. And we're promised fellowship with the Lord. All these awesome things. But listen, if you're not even a believer, try them out, man. God will show you. You can put this one place in Scripture. It says we can put the Lord to the test. You can test him in the tithe. You can test him in giving, and he'll show up. He'll show you how it really is. You want to find out how real God is? Give extravagantly and see what he does. You want to find out if God's real? Maybe you're questioning that tonight. You're going, I don't know if God's real or not. Well, go ahead and give money. See what he does, okay? God said you can put him to the test. You want to find out if he's real or not? Put him to the test. Give some money. See what he does. See what he does. So anyway, we're looking for that. We're our goal, but man, we're so excited about how people have given. Man, it's amazing what's happened. I can't believe I'm looking at that number there. 29,105 is awesome, but we still have ways to go, and we can get there. Can't we, Miss Wendy?
Sure.
That's right. All right, so remember, go to theglowmission.org. You can give there, like our page, share it with a friend, comment. We'd love to see your comments.
We have a winner.
Oh, that's right. We have a winner. Okay, it's
Was it Susan Farrington?
Susan Farrington. Is that right? Susan Farrington. I actually texted Scott, and I told Scott, I said, hey, man, I think your wife won, dude. So, yeah, Susan Farrington.
You are gonna win the nails.
Oh, and I was playing around, and I did the nails, just 2 of them. I'm not gonna. Let's see, these are good fingers. I'm not gonna. I won't be fingering you. I'm not doing the one finger salute to you. But these are so much fun. So, Susan, this is what you win, and they're beautiful.
Yes. And I'd wear them myself. It would help raise money. I'll put on a set on my nails. Okay, if that'll raise the money, I'll do it.
Oh, then you get earrings, and then you get a gift card from Starbucks and a $25 gift card to, I think, wherever you want to go, Visa. So, thank you.
All right, Susan Farrington, you won. Bam. Okay, I'm not sure where we'll keep that. Or Miss Wendy, you want to hold on to it?
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure that. We'll figure that out somehow. But anyway, get in touch with us. We'll get you that prize. So I think we're going to kick it to Mama Dar.
Yeah.
Mama Dar, are you there in Ukraine? Can you hear me? Mama Dar, can you hear me? No, we're not there. That'd be cool if we were talking to each other. Maybe next year we'll be talking to each other. We'll see. But anyway, hey, love you guys. Go to glowmission.org and give. Bam. We're out.
It's 5 5:20 in Ukraine and AM, and this is our final time. And right now I'm going to share with you just some of my final thoughts and reflections about Ukraine and the GLOW mission. I'm going to start with actually a story that I shared at our launch. I was thinking about, the flame is our icon, and when I was growing up, we had my mother had a really nice dining room table with these beautiful candles, and the candles were on the table, and but they never got lit. Everything lit perfect and everything, but these candles sat there, and they were on the candle holders, but they weren't lit. And the Lord kind of reminded me of that picture one time and was like, you are like a candle. And really, as a Christian, it's like Jesus, like that wick that goes through, and the wax on the outside is like all of the things that we do. We build ourselves up as Christians, and we go to church, and we go to retreats, and we read the word, and all that's built up. But we have all that there. We have Jesus in us, but if we aren't lit on fire, we are not doing what we're created to do. And we as believers are made to burn. We're made to burn with a passion, and we're made to spread light. And a candle can change an atmosphere. And a candle is a powerful thing. It's that one little flame. It could burn a house down. It could light one other flame on fire, and another, and another, and another. It's a powerful thing. And so, as the light of the world, it struck me that I don't want to have all the waxy buildup. I don't want to just be a candle that sits there. I want to be one that is spent at the end of my life. And I believe that's what the GLOW mission is about. It's about leaning over and lighting another one on fire. You saw that picture, kind of the imagery in our opening video tonight about what GLOW is. And so let's do this thing. Let's be the light of the world, and let's light other people and change lives, and use the resource that we have to be spent. I just want to be one of those candles that's not burned out in a bad way, but burned down, just like everything that God's invested in me, I want to invest. And let's do that together. So this journey has been absolutely amazing and full of God stories. And I think the most amazing part is I have all these new people in my life, this whole world I never knew existed, and especially the kids. And it's an honor. It's not so much what we're doing for them, but it's what I'm learning from them, and just get to be somebody in their lives is such an honor. And so I thank you. I just want to say some thank yous. Thank you for sending us, and thank you for allowing us to have that privilege and that honor to be someone special in their lives. And we are so aware that everything that we do is out of God's grace and you guys sending us. And we tell our kids that. We're like, this is not from us. We're not independently wealthy people that just can come to Ukraine 3 times a year and spend time with you. But there are people in another land who have been moved to fund, who know how important it is to God that the lonely be set in family. They are practicing true religion. And I remember just every single person who has given that. I see their name, and they're part of this. They're part of this, and they're going to have reward in eternity. And I hope in your hearts much reward now. And so thank you. There's so many people to thank. There is the Holy Grind. Love you guys so much. Love you, Wes. Oh, what a daily encourager. I mean, to have a friend who sends you these memes, not memes, you send more like scriptures and verses and songs and all kinds of stuff. And you and Dale and Marcy and Joy have been such a blessing to us, that you use your coffee shop for kingdom purposes you've created such a beautiful environment. Thank you. And thank you for letting us be there. One of my kids was here watching the video, and they said, "Did you rent that place? Did you rent that out?" I'm like, "No, we didn't rent that. They're giving all their profits to us today." So thank you for that. And I also want to thank my team here, and they've worked tirelessly. Vovka, can you come here a sec? Just kind of peek in. He's the one who stayed up. This is Vovka, lean in there. He's my media guy, YWAM friend. He's traveled all week with us. When we leave last Sunday, we've been capturing footage, running, doing a lot of stuff. We've had a lot of late nights putting videos together, and so this is Vovka. Anyway, and he's getting married to Yulia, the head of the YWAM school DTS going on right now, and she's been such a blessing to us. And Tanya and our team. This week's been intense. We've gotten a lot of ground covered, a lot of kids. We've seen a lot of kids, loved on a lot of kids, and done a lot of work, done these classes and seminars, and it's been very full. So thank you, Vovka, my team, Joanna, Oleg, all the people here, Sergey, who let us stay in this house. It's just a beautiful environment we've gotten to be in this week. And there's so many others I know I'll forget, but Wendy, thank you so much, Mama Wendy, for all you have done in every single way for Glow and for these kids and for us personally. And Tanya, Miss Carla, people who helped. One of our Glow, some of our givers got some little special treat in the mail, and that was a big project that they undertook. And so thank you for spending your time boxing up that popcorn this week. And Jim Quick, thank you for being actually this was his idea. We were going to do a dinner, and we're like, you know what, let's do something different. We did a dinner last year, and this was his idea, and we went for it, and we did it. So thank you for just getting 2 hours of sleep last night. And thank you, my Jeffrey. We have a guy in Florida who's been helping all day long. Thank you for that. It takes so many people to love others well. And so I want to thank all of our monthly givers. You know who you are, and we so appreciate you. And all of everyone who's given, our churches who give, and just extremely grateful for the people in our life. And just want to thank my God for just for trusting us with his most precious kids. So and I want to thank some of my friends who introduced me to this whole thing. Ruth Motley, you asked me to host Sasha, and thank you for that. And Shad, who is from Sparrow, Shad Kaiser, you had a big part in me doing this too, and all your experience in Ukraine. So I know there's many, many other people to thank, and but thank you all. You know who you are, and we do this for him and his glory anyway. So you're gonna get a thank you collage of our kids, just some of my favorite pics of the year, not a ton, because it was getting late when we were video editing, but some of my favorite faces here in Ukraine. I want to thank Galina too, and Victoria from the orphanage, who allow us to see these kids, and thank you for your kindness to us and letting us do that. And okay, so I'm just going to pray, and then it'll go to Andrew the next hour, and he'll sign you off. So, Lord God, I thank you for this day, and I thank you for my brothers and sisters and all of those who have gone with us, who you've used to send. And it's amazing the way you move on people's hearts, and it's amazing the way you bring hope, and you are the answer, God. You are the source of joy, the source of hope, the source of love itself. And we just thank you and praise you for this year of Glow, and we ask you, God, to bless it, bless our efforts, bless every person who's given today and ever into this. Lord, I just pray they would see your hand upon their life, and great favor would be upon them. And you would enable us to do every single thing that you want us to do in this coming year and in the future of Glow. Day of giving to you, and we give thanks. We give thanks on this day of giving, and we ask, I pray that you're pleased, and I pray you receive much glory from this in Jesus' name. And bless these kids, God. May they know you, may they know you, may they know you as Father, and may they know family. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you. Thank you for having me in your screen, and pray a blessing on you. Amen. Bye-bye from Ukraine.
this wouldn't have happened without your effort, or it would have looked really terrible. And it ran very smoothly because she got this thing organized and she spent countless hours doing it. And so we're so thankful for her. We're so thankful for Jim and all the time he's put in there. And so, it's the people behind the scenes making it happen. But man, Dar really made a big push on this and got all this organized. Even before she left, she was working on helping with the boxes, making sure all that stuff, making sure everything was ordered, everything was in place. And because she was going to be in Ukraine, she wanted to make sure everything ran smoothly. And she kind of knew better than to trust me to get it done. Because listen, I'm the fun guy, right? She said, I'm the one on the float waving, right? And she's the one who made the float, and I get to get up there and be pretty princess and wave. Everybody laughs and smiles at Andrew. Everybody loves Andrew, but Dar's the one behind the scenes making it happen. Okay, so that's what she does. So, Mama Wendy, what can you say about Mama Dar?
I got a little taste of what Dar does when I was in Ukraine because I was Dar in Ukraine. And it was a little overwhelming. I got to see really how much she works. And of course, she had already planned the trip, so I didn't even have to do that. But just being her there, she was here in America, I was there. I was having to keep the team on time and get the team to show up and get the cars ordered and the train, the plane, the bus, the this, the that, whatever it was, transportation. And it was exhausting and a little overwhelming, but it also, I think the Lord had me in that position to be able to appreciate what Dar does. So, Dar, we love you, and I am one of your biggest cheerleaders besides this guy. And Jim, we do. We absolutely adore you. We love you. We thank you. And I really do appreciate all of your hard work and tirelessly working all the time. So we want to say shout out to you, Dar. Go to sleep. Have a great few days, hopefully restful days in Ukraine. I know tomorrow I'll be traveling, and we can't wait to see you when you come home. But we have one more push. Lynn, she is a massage therapist, and she is at 7th Haven Massage in Lexington, and she is amazing. So if you, between now and midnight, you give $40, you will be in a drawing, and someone will win this 60-minute massage. I hope it's me. I need it. So anyway, so that is $40. You will be put in a drawing just like we had for the nails. She's here at the coffee shop. She just came and it was so awesome. So thank you, Lynn. So anyway, so between now and midnight, if you give $40, you'll be in the drawing, and at midnight will we do the drawing at midnight? Or will we do it tomorrow morning?
Probably 11's our last, so maybe 11:30.
Probably 11:30.
11:30. Okay, so we're going to do it at 11:30. Okay, so let's do, I don't know what time it is now, but we'll have a little over an hour and a half to get your pledges in, get your money in. So thank you for everybody that's given. Thank you for everybody that's going to give.
Yeah, so awesome is Lynn's been here watching us, and she came up right at the end because she's been hearing me beg and plead for money, and she was like, I think she just felt bad for me. She's like, hey, look, I'm a massage therapist. I'm really, not to brag, but she's like, I'm great at what I do. I got an 80% retention rate. That means I do my job well, okay? So she's like, listen, I'm going to give a 60-minute massage away if people would give $40 or more, because she wants to see this happen.
And if you don't win, you can still go to her.
That's right. If you don't win, still go see her, man. She's probably covered up with clientele, but she can always use more. All right, she'll make it happen. Like she's like, yeah, she'll make it happen. That's right. Heck yeah. They say she's got the grip of a. Look at her arms. She's got muscles. Man, she'll work that knot out of your back. It's just, oh, my knot, my back, my back, my back. She just worked that thing out of there. Bam! And it's gone. Okay? So, listen. Give that money, $40 or more. Okay?
or more.
Get you in the drunk. Not just $40, $40 or more. I think if you give more, it's probably going to happen for you because that's just what happens,
Well,
right?
if you give 80,
So,
you get two
yeah.
names in
Or if you want to go ahead and stroke that $18,495 check, we're just going to go ahead and give it to that person, okay? Forget the drawing.
Yeah.
If you can stroke an $18,495 check,
Yeah.
it's yours, okay? Forget about the drawing. We're going to give it to you. But listen, $40 more, yeah. We may give it again 2 hours. I can't believe you stroked that. Right? That's a big check. Bam. Yeah, almost 20 grand. That would be amazing. So listen, we're sitting at 31,505. Can you believe that? 31,505. That's great. I'm so Jim, are you impressed?
Awesome.
This is awesome, man. We're doing
Jim's
great.
impressed and tired.
We got time and we got a massage on the line. You hear how that rhyme?
Yeah.
We got time. We got a massage on the line. So I'm gonna say I'm fine and pork rinds and some bacon cookies. That doesn't rhyme though. I was trying to do some stuff that rhyme with.
I'm just trying to.
Well, I want to say wine. But, oh, he said wine. Can you believe? Oh my goodness, he said wine. Why did you say wine for? I thought he was a Christian. It's getting late, isn't it? So,
Dar's like, cut him off.
cut him off, please. This is what happens. I get punchy.
Yeah,
That's what they call it, punchy.
Yeah.
So listen, go to glowmission.org, and that's where you can give, you can like, you can share. And we've got more time. We've got $18,495 still left to be given to reach our goal. So, hey man, somebody out there can do it. There could be some Google person out there, something out there at Amazon dude going, I bet I'll do that's nothing. Yes, I got that in my back pocket. Yeah, that'd be nice. So anyway, give. Go there. You can do it. We're so thankful. We've got one segment left, and that's going to be it. And we're going to close the night down. Okay, so you got time. So give it up. glowmission.org. Go there. We'll see you at the top of the next hour. Peace.